Mike, 31F, fiancé, 35M, keeps staying out late before morning flights. This time, it caused him to miss our flight. How should I handle this? Whenever my fiancé and a specific friend of his meet up, they stay out socializing until 2, 3, sometimes 4 a.m. While I feel that 3/4 a.m. is quite late, it doesn't bother me too much. However, because of their busy work schedules, they often get together the night before a holiday weekend, meaning he and I have a flight the next morning. The situation I'm about to describe has happened about 5 times now. Last night, I called him at 1:30 a.m. asking why he wasn't home yet since we had to wake up at 6 a.m. for our flight. He said he wasn't coming home just yet but would be back soonish. Whenever he says that, it could be an hour or 3. Every time he mentions these plans, I ask him to consider scheduling it for a night when we don't have a flight the next morning, or to come home at a more reasonable time like December 1st a.m. if it has to be the night before a flight. He refused again, despite my explaining, as I have before, that it severely impacts my sleep and makes both of us miserable the next day because he's not feeling well. I somehow managed to fall asleep right after our phone conversation that turned into an argument, but I told him I don't think I can marry someone so irresponsible because he doesn't communicate well and makes me feel like he doesn't respect me at all. He ended up coming home at 2:30 a.m. and somehow couldn't get into our house, but he only called me twice, which didn't wake me up, and didn't text, knock on the door, etc. He often leaves his keys at home, so I wonder if he did that or if he was just too tired and gave up, sitting outside the door from 2:30 to 6 a.m. When I woke up, I panicked because he was nowhere to be found until I called him and he told me he was outside. He stumbled in and told me he wasn't coming on our weekend trip because I said I don't think I can marry him, then went to the couch and fell asleep. I need him to be more responsible and respectful. His communication is really poor, and he ignores me during every argument. I'm okay with him having his guys' nights except in this recurring situation. I'm upset, but I'm also just so hurt at this point. Is this unreasonable? What can I say or do for him to understand that these behaviors are not okay, and not what a marriage should be? We're supposed to get married in a couple of weeks, and I'm not sure what to do. Edit to add, he sees this friend about once every month or 2. He doesn't exhibit this behavior with other friends.